What is up, everyone? My name is Staraptors 101, and today we are back with another WSDL game. This is actually week 10. However, this is the last week, even though there are 11 weeks. Because in week 11, I played the only other guy, well, the guy that went undefeated for the season. He was 10-0. I was the only other person to have like a very good record. Well, he was the only person to go undefeated, and I was just like, you know what, let's do a mock battle. And at first he was very iffy about it because we were both definitely gonna, well, participate in playoffs, and it was also very likely that we would meet in finals. But he was having none of that, and then finally when he came around to doing that, he was like, yeah, sure, let's do a mock battle. I had to rebuild, but then I didn't have enough time to do that. I was just like, you know what, let's just not do it in general. We both already clinched playoffs. We were both guaranteed. He was guaranteed the number 1 seed. I was guaranteed the number 2 seed, which implied that we would both have a first week bye. So we would already be in semifinals. So here we go. This is versus Thriller, though, and Thriller decided to bring balls to the wall offense. Tapu Koko, Staraptors, the Blacephalon, Mega Beedrill, and then Lycanroc Dusk. So these are just all 5 straight up offensive mons, which basically also means I doesn't have any switch-ins to my offensive threats. I think this is the first week where I didn't bring Zard, and I think as soon as I should have gotten a 1. I didn't bring Zard because also this guy, and there were a lot of offensive threats on his team anyway, so there was very little room for me to set up. And the Cellar just kind of threw me off because as soon as I set up, I already take damage, and then the Cellar is just going to revenge kill me, and I was just not chancing that. And then last but not least, there is the Silvally. But yeah, so Gramble, once again, a Rocky Helmet set. Snorlax is there to just deal with the Blacephalon and also to deal with Tapu Koko, so it's more of a Spadef set, but it's mixed defensive because you could also bring a physically offensive Tapu Koko. But then Gliscor plus Nidoking should probably have that too. So next up we have, I think it's a Life Orb Weavile. Maybe it's CB, but I think it's a Life Orb Weavile because I kind of want the Ice Shard to be accessible at all time. So CB didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And then last but not least we have probably Gracian Z Rotom Cut. So he goes into Tapu Koko. I'm into Nidoking. Nidoking is Choice Scarf, so I'm just like, you know what? If you just want to save U-turn out or whatever, I'm just gonna hit you with the Sludge Wave. I think I just put enough investment to outspeed Koko in general, so I'm probably modest. But I can't tell that from my from my notebook. So I go for Sludge Wave, and that Silvally does not want to take damage. Just like, you know what, you're definitely... Well, he was Silvally Water, so he was definitely not Choice Scarf, so that was good. I go into Gramble knowing that he just won't go for a Poison Jab on the Nidoking, and I'm just, you know what, let me just get off and Intimidate and then switch into Gliscor, because he's also not going to knock off the Gramble, he's probably going to P-Jab that, and then... So I was trying to play around this thing like that. But he actually sets up a Swords Dance. So he gets very greedy, like turn freaking 3. But Gliscor goes for Niku, and I can't take that. But he goes for another SD. And at this point, you know what, I'm just going to go into Gramble, basically sacking it off. But he goes for a knockoff, and I do have the Rocky Helmet. Which also means that he doesn't knock off my Rocky Helmet. So it's still there, so it can still work against either this guy, but probably best against the Staraptor. Maybe even a Wild Charge Koko as well, but we don't know that yet, what kind of set it is. I'm assuming it's special at this point because he already brought 3 physical attackers in Lycanroc Dusk, Mega Beedrill, and Staraptor. Yeah, but at this point already, Snorlax is also looking pretty good, even though I'm Crunch Body Slam this time around, or Crunch Facade, I don't know. And then Rest Hog, yeah, again. But yeah, so let's just continue. But he's gonna go into this guy, and he's gonna SD again. I don't know what he's doing, I don't know why he's getting so greedy on me, but this is not how that works. But Weavile is actually CB. I think Weavile is CB, and it's in range of the Ice Shard right now already, but also Nidoking is Choice Scarf, so I could also just go into that and just Ice Beam because that hits everything. I don't believe it's in range of Sludge Wave, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, probably in range of Sludge Wave too, by the way. But now he goes into Hawkeye. It turns out to be Intimidate instead of a Reckless variant, but I don't think a Reckless variant would have killed me either. I'm just going to go for Toxic because I figured this is probably a bulky variant then, because he showed Intimidate instead of Reckless, but that was definitely not the case because this Staraptor later turns out to be Choice Scarf. But the Rocky Helmet, that wasn't knocked off by the Beedrill, so I love that mechanic in this scenario, so I'm just going to go into Weavile. I got a crit. He's very upset about a crit, and I'm just like, dude, that really doesn't matter because I have the hardest check to this thing in the game. I have a Snorlax, you're not. I have a thick, fat Snorlax, you're not touching me whatsoever. Because that Flamethrower is choice specs, and it is 20%, so that is just absolute pathetic damage. So I'm just going to go for the Crunch in case he stayed in, but now I actually lower his defense as well. But I'm not going to chance it in case he wanted to go for like a Z Wild Charge right there or whatever. I was just like, you know what, let me just hop into Nidoking. There's no one move that he can click that will OHKO me, and I am Choice Scarf. But he doesn't know that at this point, so he's just going to stay in, and I Sludge Wave, and I just kill the thing. Now, he's going to go hop into Hawkeye, but because he's Intimidated over Reckless, he can't actually kill me, so I calced it. It's just like, okay, either I kill this thing and I outspeed, because at this point I still didn't know he was Choice Scarf, or he's Choice Scarf and he can't kill me. So that was lovely. Nidoking putting in the finest of work, also living things left and right, and he was like, you know what, maybe this is like his third Choice Scarfer, I don't know, or what, maybe this is a second Choice Scarfer, because at this point only this thing was Scarfed and it didn't calc the damage on Snorlax. I was just like, Snorlax being Snorlax is just going to be fat and just sit there. But he goes for another Flamethrower right there, and at this point I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to crunch this guy, get this game over with, and that is going to be another 5-0 in my favor. So, that being said, this is week 10, only week 8 was our loss, so we're 9-1 right now, but I forfeit the last game because I was very sure that I would play this game, I would play that guy in playoffs, and I didn't want to reveal sets, nor did I have time to do the mock kind of battle. So that was very unfortunate that we had to take the last week forfeit because we did so well throughout the entire season, but let's see how we will do in playoffs, and you will see that in the next WSDL video. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.